Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and I'm here with my bullet journal setup for 2019. So this is my future log and any collections that I want for 2019. I am doing it in my collection of bullet journals, so I'm going for the minimalistic style again. So I've just got a different coloured mild liner, this sort of tealy blue, Pigma microns in lots of different sizes, a pencil and a ruler, and that should be everything I'm using. Again, penciled some things in just to make this a bit quicker and easier, so I don't have to keep counting things on camera. So yeah, with that I will just get on with it and I'll see you at the other side. Okay, so we're just going to get the planner out and start on the cover page straight off, for which I'm just going to draw a simple box and then brush letter in the word, numbers, year, 2019 anyway. So I'm going to brush letter in once I've drawn the box. There was still some black ink on my ruler from a previous video, so there's like a black border on my pen from that. Oh well. The pen I've just pulled in is a Tombow Food dual tip brush pen. Gosh, that's hard to say. So I've just cleaned off the black off the pen and the ruler, I believe. There we go. There. Now I've cleared it off the ruler and I'm just going to start on my year at a glance. So this is basically where I put in the days to like what day of the week it is. It's basically like a full year at a glance calendars for every month. I don't know why I feel I have to explain that, because you're going to see. I do want to put a little bit of forewarning that there is a lot of number writing in this video and a lot of straight lines. I just decided I probably should zoom in to show you a bit better what I'm doing. I'm just drawing borders around the calendars now, and just doing that by doing all of the vertical lines first, and then I'll draw all of the horizontal lines. I really like my inserts not being stapled, because it means I can move them about a little bit so that I can draw like perfectly on the edge of a page without, or at the bottom of the page without the awkward like jump at the bottom of a page that you get in sort of bound planners or bound notebooks or ringed notebooks or whatever. So yeah, I'm just going to finish off drawing in the lines and then draw in all of the months. As I say, there is a lot of number writing in this video, and I do speed up bits of it to 7 times faster, just because otherwise it was going to be endless. I mean, it was pretty endless writing every number, and the only relief I had really was that I didn't do it all at once, and I did just keep stopping and starting. So if there is some jumping about in this video, I apologise. The voiceover should be consistent as long as I don't get bored talking for the next 25 minutes. I'm just using a Pigma micron in 0.3, I think. Could be 0.2, could be 0.1, who knows. It's a fine tipped Pigma micron anyway. And just write in all of the numbers, and then I will, yeah. So months are either 5 or 6 weeks generally, as in they span over 5 or 6 weeks. The only time it doesn't is if February starts exactly on a Monday, when it's obviously exactly 4 weeks, but most months are, nearly every month is 5 or 6 weeks. So the months that are 6 weeks just don't have a gap between the calendar and the header, but every other month does. So now we're just going to brush letter in the title, which is 2019 at a glance, and then each month, so Jan, Feb, etc. You don't need to tell me what the months, me to tell you what the months are. Some of the months, like March, I wrote in full, June I wrote in full. I don't know why I didn't write July in full. I think because I didn't start to the left enough. But yeah. So yeah, and then we are going to start on my future log, where I'm basically just going to do a bigger version of this calendar, with each day being 2 by 2 rather than 1 by 1 square. And then I'm going to put a title on, and then I will, I'm just thinking, have I actually like pre-edited this video? I'm not sure, we'll see. Yeah, then I'll put a title on and I will leave the gap to the side for writing any events in, and I'll show you with an event in February later what I mean by that. So sorry, I'm pretty sure I haven't actually cut out the bits where I am not around on this video, which I thought I had done, so that's why I'm just a bit confused. So if I just like disappear and you're watching nothing for a second, I apologise, but yeah. it should be alright. I was just there trying to work out, because it's sped up so much, it should be alright anyway. Well, that pause there was me trying to work out how to spell February. Yeah, just writing in the dates now, and we're going to do the same with the rest of the calendar. And again, we've sped this up again, some more, just drawing in all the vertical lines first, and then I will go in and put in the horizontal lines, and we will do that for every other month of the year. Whilst I am doing that, I will let you know that I am actually recording this voiceover, and I filmed this quite a lot in advance. It is currently still November. It is it's the 24th today, I think, of November. So we're nearly a month till Christmas. I'm having a bit of a lazy day with my other half, and just trying to get some things done, like this video and some other bits and pieces. I might try and I've got another video and a half I can film in advance that I might try and film a couple of memory spreads and things like that, finish catching up on my memory planner and things, but we'll see. It's already 6 o'clock because we slept in. I don't know what our plans for tomorrow are. We might go out, or we might carry on having more lazy time. It's quite nice just to relax and just get things done that we want to do without any pressure from other people, other than just be together. We don't get much time, well, because I live with my parents and he lives with his parents. We don't get that much time where it's just us, and it's quite nice just to be lazy together. Like, obviously we have time that's just us at our parents' houses, but like obviously the parents are always around somewhere, like in the downstairs or in the other room or whatever. So yeah, it's quite nice just to be able to be lazy and not have somebody being like, "You alright?" Because yes, we are alright. We just quite like chilling out together, watching TV and having cuddles all day. Basically, we both need a lazy day, and that's what we're doing. And whether we have a fully lazy weekend or just a lazy day is to be decided. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. It is Cyber Saturday, and I have done so much Black Friday planner sale shopping. I've actually decided that after Small Business Saturday, it's Cyber Monday, I think. Anyway, after Monday, I am on a strict planner no spend, other than Simply Gilded. But I'm going to even be strict with my Simply Gilded purchases. So yeah, I'm going to be on a strict no spend until the big meet in February. The only other thing I might do is if Strawberry Lime Designs brings back mystery kits, or there are some limited edition kits from Plannerface or anything like that, I might buy those. But other than that, no, strict no spend. I'm going to be good. I'll try. It should be okay as well, because obviously I'm a PR girl for Plannerface, so I get my credit to her shop, so I can still get a monthly kit and another kit in December and January. So I'll be allowed to do that tiny bit of shopping. But no, I want to save some money to spend at the big meet and things, and yeah, just to be able to enjoy the big meet without stressing about how much I'm spending on it. So yeah, I haven't said that this page is a 2020 year at glance, so it's basically exactly the same as the 2019 year at glance, but with the 2020 dates in rather than the 2019. How predictable. So yeah, we're just gonna now go through and write in all of those numbers. But yeah, I took a break there. So I've gone off, had some dinner and watched some TV, and now I'm back. As in, I haven't. Current me hasn't. Past me that was filming the video has. So yeah, but yeah, we're just gonna write in all of the dates. And I quite like just this one colour and one pen business for my collections bullet journal, because these spreads just don't need to be complicated, and I don't want to make them complicated when they don't need to be. So yeah, especially because at the minute my general bullet journaling is quite elaborate and is quite yeah. I've just changed, I think, to the 0.5 is what I was, or 0.05, I think it's called, Pigment Micron, which is just an even smaller nib, but I've sped it up so much I can't actually tell what number I just showed you. Maybe you saw, maybe you can pause on exactly the same right point, but I can't be bothered to like rewind and find exactly the right point because I'm filming this voiceover. So yeah, I messed up one of my numbers, so I was just correcting it then. And as I said, there is a lot of number and there's a lot of month writing as well and a lot of line drawing, just because of the way I've set it up and the style I was going for in this. That is what I'm doing. I quite like the contrast between the minimalistic in my collections bullet journal and the sort of my usual elaborateness. So yeah, just a couple more months to do and we will move on a little bit from calendar drawing and number writing. So that will be nice. Well, yeah. So I think this page is going to be my goals for 2019. I have not yet set my goals. I think I say in the outro of this video, but I filmed the outro ages ago. If out bit, like the end of the video. If you want to see how I set my goals, because I haven't yet in a video, let me know down below and I will try and film the process for you if I haven't started it by the time this video goes up. I don't think I will have done. I normally do it in like the last couple of weeks. That's just a dead simple page. Next up we have my mood and my period trackers. So my mood tracker is sort of a pixel a day. It's that sort of idea. So each day has a 1x1 box and space just to put my mood for the day. So I'm just, for the heading of the month, I put blue strip and then just hand letter the first letter, and I'm like squidging them in a little bit so the M's look very squashed, but it's fine, I quite like it. And then down the side, just highlighting again, and I will just write in the number again. So yeah, as I said, a lot of number writing. So even now, writing more numbers. Then we're just going to put a key on the right hand side, which will be in a box, because boxes. And then each colour, like rather than it being a colour, I do it like a different pattern. So I either do black or blue depending on whether it's a positive or negative mood, and then a different pattern. I'm just going to hand letter in the moods. So yeah, try to squidge productive in again. Spacing isn't always my like forte, but it works. So that is that page. I might bring in a sticker on the bottom right of the page, and yeah, just to spice the page up a little bit. Yeah, I'm just writing the title, Year of Moods, in, and I don't remember whether I do the key now or later. And then on the right page we are going to do my period tracker. So for my period tracker we have a 2x1 square for each day, and one is for like, so I will track my bleeding, any symptoms, whether I cry, and whether I've had any adult time with my other half. So yeah, just drawing in the highlight for the days, and in a sec, after I've written in the numbers, I'll draw a highlight across the top for the months, and this time I will actually be able to fit the letters that I'm trying to fit. So actually they look funny. I love that July to November spells Jason. It just makes me happy. So yeah, just writing in the key again. So spotting light, medium, heavy, breast pain, back pain, falling around, sex and cry are the things that I track on this. So yeah, because multiple of those things can happen on a day, that's why I have 2 lines for it. So yeah, for the happy I do like stripy blue and black lines. For the productive I've got it all coloured in. Content is a circle, okay is a dot, and then we're on to black. Sick is an empty circle, ugh is a star, stressed is a squiggly line, and then the title is a bit of a pun. It's don't overreact. Hey, I'm so punny. Moving on, we're going to have my social media tracker, which is basically, the aim is to I couldn't work out when I was filming this why I'd left a space of 2 at the top, but I'll work it out later, and then I just add what that top bit was for further down. So anyway, this is for how many videos I put up a month, how many subscribers I've got, how many views I get, and how many comments or likes, or I don't remember exactly. And then each like line downwards is a month of the year. So that's the idea of that. Nearly done. And then and then on the right hand side there is space for how many posts I put on Instagram and how many followers. So for the months, I realised that the pencil wasn't going to rub out once the highlighter was on top. So for the months, I'm just putting a line through that way to write in the month, and again, same at the top. So again, just putting the shortened version of the month in the side. Then in the top, I will put those headers that we've already told you what are going to be, and I'm just going to write those in the Pigment Micron, not in brush lettering, so that it fits. Then I realised that's what that bottom bit was for. And it was to put YouTube and Instagram, and I took the line too far, so I just whited that out. So YouTube and Insta. And on the right hand page, it is for my sort of measurements and things. I'm trying to get a bit healthier, so yeah, that's the idea. So different measures for different measurements and my weight and things, because I don't like. Although numbers are important, like the numbers that matter are not your weight. Like muscle is heavier than fat, and yeah, you have to look at not just one number, you need to look at the general pattern and things. So yeah, either on the 1st or the 30th of each month I will measure these things and see what the trend is. So yeah, it's my body measurements page. Need to put in the title. So yeah, weight, my bust, my waist, my hips, my thighs, and my biceps. Moving on, we have some money related spreads. So we have both a spending tracker and a budget tracker thing, and so we've got 2 very similar looking pages we're going to set up next, and one of these is going to be for budget and like spending, and one of them is going to be for sinking funds. So I could not for the life of me work out why I had so many sections. This is me just trying to work out what I'm doing, and yeah, having a bit of a what am I doing here, because I couldn't work it out, and I was like, I clearly had a plan for this line, but I don't remember what it was. So I just decided to white it out and ignore it and just carry on as I tended to. My whiteout ran out, so I am just looking for some more. And sorry, I could not find it, so that was a little bit longer than I like to leave in a video, but yeah. So now I'm just going to draw in the other page. Oh, I took a break. Look, I've changed jumper. I'm now in pyjamas. How bizarre. Just suddenly changed. Finally, I think I have 12 columns, maybe. Sorry if you just heard me yawn as well, by the way. I was just trying to like sneakily yawn. I'm still trying to work out whether this is the right number of columns or what I'm doing and what all these gaps were for, but I decided to just, so basically like I drew in the lines, like the pencil lines, ages before I put in the pen. Well, no, it was like 2 days, but I have the memory of a goldfish, so 2 days is a long time. So I just could not remember what things were for. It's even longer since I filmed this video, so if I'm a bit like, what's coming next? It's because I don't remember. As you can see, we are now past the halfway point of this bullet journal, of my collections bullet journal, but this is most of my collections. I don't tend to add that many collections anymore, so yeah, this is most of them. So it should, hopefully this collections bullet journal will last me the whole year, fingers crossed. So yeah, there we go, there are all the things. I'm just gonna rub out all of the lines and things, so because they will confuse me. Pop in my blue lines for writing in the months or the categories. I can't remember which way around I end up doing this. You can just see where the whiteout is a bit better now. I've highlighted over it because the whiteout looks different, like the line over the whiteout looks more different. But oh well, it's fine. So I'm just popping lines the other way, vertically, that's the word I'm looking for, on, yeah, that bit. And I can't tell which one has 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I was going to do it the other way around. Maybe I was going to do like months down. No. Maybe I was going to do months along the top and categories down. But I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, it's fine. It worked out in the end. So yeah, just popping in the months now. And these I am generally writing in full. September, October, November, December. As I said, there is a lot of month writing. I couldn't remember how to spell November. I missed out a letter. I was like, did I just spell this wrong? The answer is yes. Yes, I did. Just debating here whether I'm going to brush letter or handwrite, and I do brush letter in the end. And I'm just popping my categories in. So we have rent and direct debits, which I was like squidging in. Food, travel, toiletries, work, clothes, gifts, fun money, savings, and emergency. Just squidging in there, but it works. And then I'm just adding a total. I don't know what the two. One's for total. I don't know what the other one is for. I'm sure we'll see in a second, but I don't remember. Just popping it in the blue lines again as usual, as I have everywhere else. Oh, and my title line. And maybe I'll be able to tell you what those last two categories are. Maybe. Loan. As in paying off my loans. So yeah, student loan and the loan I have from my parents for my elective and to buy a car. So this page will be my sinking funds, and again I'm just trying to work out what my plan for it was. But yeah, just drawing in the 12 months downwards. I am much speedier on this page than I was on the last. Just because I know what I'm doing now, so it's easier to be speedy. I've remembered how I intended to set up these pages, or worked out in my head how I wanted to set up the pages, but I did have to do the counting at the beginning just to check I'd drawn the right amount of things. So, just finishing drawing in all of the lines that I want, nearly there, and then we'll pop the blue lines in for the titles of the rows and the columns. My camera died, or I went off somewhere or something. I suspect my camera died. That's what that little jump was, and then we will pop in the final lines for the titles, and we will write everything in. So again, months down the rows, and then categories of my sinking funds in the columns. So my sinking funds I decided to write in just pen. So my sinking funds are car insurance and tax, rent, meals, work on my car, toiletries, prescriptions, indemnity, GMC, clothes, gifts, Headspace and Cosmo, which are yearly things, yearly subscriptions, holidays, big stuff, and emergency fund. So yeah, sinking funds 2019. And then I believe the last page is my books read in 2019. So you saw in my collections bullet journal video that I have the books to read there, and this is just where I record which books I have read. So I write in cursive if I've read it, and in print if I have listened to the audiobook. Next, just gonna update my index and then pop everything back into my bullet journal, and I will show you everything that is finished off, I believe. I don't know what else I was gonna do. There's like another minute still of this video, and I'm not really sure what else to do. As you can see, page 16 is still blank because I haven't got anything to put in it at the moment, so yeah. Oh, I'm just going to show you how I mark in some things. So February the 2nd is the big meet, and the 1st to the 3rd I'm in London. So yeah, and then the 9th is mine and my other half's 2-year anniversary. That's what else I have to do. I need to rub all of the lines. And again, I've already sped this up because otherwise it would be endless. But yeah, that's how I'm going to fill in all of my future log when I get around to filling it in. I still haven't, mostly because I don't know most of the dates I want to pop in. So yeah, just finishing off all of the rubbing out. And that will really be it for this part of the video. I'll show you everything nicely finished off rather than whilst I am rubbing it out, once I have it back in my journal. I'm just like flicking around where I see bits of pencil that I want to rub out. Yeah, as I say, I haven't often penciled things in, so it's still a strange concept for me, like having to rub things out, and I'm like, there's nothing to rub out on this page. So yeah, that's it. And just going to pop lines between my goals just to separate them out a bit more. I thought this page looked a little bit boring. I'd forgotten I'd done this. Not sure how I feel about it, but it's fine. Sorry, I just nearly knocked a glass over if you heard that. Popping it back in the bullet journal, and I will hand over to Pass Me. Enjoy! Okay, so here we have everything all done. We've got a dead simple, sorry, just rubbing out some pencil I still see. It's a dead simple cover page. This page is blank at the minute because I wanted to start on this page basically. So, 2019 cover page, 2019 at a glance, bits of rubber everywhere, which is just the whole year, so I know the dates. And we've got my future log. I haven't put any dates in, I haven't even put birthdays or anything in. I put a couple of things in February so you can see what I do. So like in the 2nd there's a big planner meet up that I'm going to, and I'm in London for that week, so that just gives you an idea of how I will fill in my future log. And this video was the video of drawing all the lines and writing all the numbers. So that's a year worth of future log, and then 2020 at a glance. So again, I just have the dates if I want them. Then we have my 2019 goals. I haven't set my goals yet. If you want to see a goal setting video, comment down below and I will make one for you. I haven't decided how I'm going to make my goals this year. Might be based on sort of the 10 main areas of my life, or the 11 main areas of my life, but I don't know yet. Then we have a mood tracker for a year, so this is basically a year in pixels of moods. So blue is like okay, black is like negative emotions, and that's the idea. So you can see easily whether it's negative or positive emotion. Then we have a period tracker. So each month for this has 2 columns, one for the bleeding, and one for any symptoms or things like that. If there's multiple symptoms, they might take up the 2 boxes, but no bleeding, they might take the 2 boxes. Basically, there are 2 boxes to put any 2 of these bottom things in. And I have different heaviness of bleeding, breast pain, back pain, adult time in 2 different ways, and whether I cry or not. Then we have social media tracker. So the idea of this is how many videos I've put up, how many subscribers I've got, how many views I got that month, and what my watch time was that month. Then posts and followers for Instagram, and I've just seen I haven't crossed my T on the posts. So yeah, how many posts I made that month and how many followers I've got on Instagram. Body measurements is fairly self-explanatory. I'm trying to get back on with being healthy, and that's what this is here for, basically. 2019 spending. So these are the different categories of my budget. So rent, direct debits that are not like rent. So these include like my subscriptions and my phone bill and things like that. Food, petrol, and any travel expenses, so car insurance, etc. Toiletries, including prescriptions and haircuts and opticians appointments and anything like that. Money I have to spend for work, so fees, things like that. Anything I need to study, exams, clothes, gifts, fun, savings, emergency fund, paying back my loan, and the total I've spent that month. That's my spending tracker. You'll see I've like definitely got a certain vibe and a certain layout to these pages. Sinking funds. So if you don't know what a sinking fund is, basically it's a payment that doesn't happen every month but does happen throughout the year, and you want to sort of put a bit towards it every month rather than just taking the hit when the month happens. And again, I see some pencil I've missed in my rubbing out mission. So So for these, as part of my, because I live with my parents, as part of my rent, I take them out for dinner once a month. But I put a certain amount of money in a month, and we go out for as many meals as we need, but the money can roll over. So that's why that's in here. Because we might not go for a meal every month. We might go for 2 one month and then 0 the next, or the other way around. Car insurance and tax, maintenance on my car, including MOTs and things like that. Toiletries, prescriptions, so I have a prepayment certificate, so I don't pay for my prescriptions monthly. Indemnity insurance for work, GMC fees for work, clothes, because I don't buy clothes every month, but I want to put some money towards them every month. Presents, because Christmas, otherwise October, November, December would be very expensive and other months would be very rich. Headspace and Cosmo are 2 subscriptions, but they're yearly. I might cancel my Cosmo, to be honest. Holidays, big stuff, so if I'm saving for something big, so I kind of want a silhouette, kind of want a new microphone, kind of want a new camera, things like that, that I put some money towards every month, and emergency money. So the idea is in here you put a plus, a minus, and a running total. That's the aim, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to fit 3 numbers in. I might write the numbers like this way, so there's 3 lines for each amount. So yeah, that's the idea of sinking funds. Jen DeFore has a really good video about it. Jen Plans, I think is her YouTube name. I'll try and remember to link her down below. So that's my sinking funds tracker. Then we just have dead simple books read in 2019 page. So this is just for writing down any books that I read, and if I've read it, I'll put in italics, and if I've read the audiobook, I will write it in print. So yeah, that is it. It's probably a long one, and I'm sorry about the 3 billion numbers I've written. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm just trying to find a page I want to use for the thumbnail. I think I'll probably use this one for the thumbnail because I think it will open nicely to that page as well. Thank you so much for watching, and you know, the page to leave you. Thanks so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you would, and thank you. Yeah, bye.